I'm still thinking about Kate Middleton's BAFTA dress. I love that sound. Don't you love the sound of horses? So, yeah, I'm basically still on sabbatical, but I have been thinking about, you know, my YouTube channel. I can't sort of stop thinking about Meghan and Harry and just everything that goes with it and with them. And, I've seen some stories, some headlines, including Kate and William at this bike-a-thon, whatever. And it just occurred to me, I said to myself, wait a second, when did Kate and William become this like carnival act of the European royalty elite? You know what I mean? And I say that with all due respect, but Kate and William are going to be the king and queen of arguably the most powerful empire in modern human history. And I just feel like they are being peddled as a carnival act by their handlers, by their advisors. I mean, I can't even imagine Justin, what is his last name? Oh my gosh, Justin and his wife, Haley, Justin Bieber. I can't even imagine Justin Bieber and Haley Bieber doing this and thinking that somehow it's entertaining and important and relevant to people. I think that people who find the future king and queen entertaining because of scenes like this, which frankly are becoming more and more the norm for this couple, are people that frankly do not think of the long-term impact of what that will do to this couple. In other words, my God, how do I put this? This is really airbrained, and it's harebrained, whatever. It's like small brained. It's not very intelligent. It's not very imaginative. It's not forward thinking. It's not powerful. It's not cutting edge. It's not important. It just caters to the smallest parts of our collective brains and psyches. And that's not what I expect from a future king and queen. You don't exactly see the Queen of Spain and her husband doing these kinds of stunts. These are stunts that William and Kate's handlers have them acting like carnival acts and not like future kings and queens or a future king and a future queen. And for me, it's a problem. Now, maybe I think too much and maybe I take this too seriously. It's possible. I don't know. But like, where did the picture go? I just feel like Kate and William are being marketed as these goofballs. Look, I am the world's biggest goofball ever, but I am not important, okay? I am not a king. I'm not a queen. I'm not a future king. I'm not a future queen. I'm not a future anything, right? I'm just a person sitting here observing the world from my little cocoon. Okay. So I can say whatever I want. I can feel however I want. I can frankly do whatever I want, right? As long as I'm not hurting others. These people are VIPs. They are important. They are the future king and queen. And I just feel like they've become the new carnival act of the millennia. You know, why are they not being marketed in a way where they're showcasing their true talent, their intelligence, their impact, their ethos, their their change agent nature, changing the world, changing how we all interact with each other, saying things that are important and moving. And I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but I don't want to see a future. I don't even want to see Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, or Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, or who are the other power couples today, quote unquote, Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's not interesting. It does not move the needle for me. It's like not very intelligent. I mean, here you have Queen Rania. She I think, she's a very good friend of Kate's, and she and her husband are, very very well respected um globally. You don't see them pulling these kinds of stunts, where they're flipping pancakes, and where they are, in this stupid competition with each other on bikes. I mean, it's like, what's happening to this couple, and who is advising this couple, and why do they think that this is how people want to see their future king and queen? And if indeed this is how people want to see their future king and queen, what does it say about the society in which we live, the global society, and also their own society there in the UK? Because it just seems to me that it is so small brained. It's like, God almighty. I mean, people have real problems, you know? People need ideas, they need solutions, and there you are with the pancakes. I mean, I love pancakes. I love pancakes. I'm a pancake monster, for God's sake. But I mean, if I'm the Princess of Wales, I mean, that's a joke. I used to joke. I know, Princess of Wales, come on. But I mean, if I'm in this position of influence, I'm not going to be with the pancakes. Okay, maybe Rama, but I mean, what's my real message? What is it? What is she about? What does she stand for? What's the brand here? I don't understand this. This is Charlene of Monaco. I mean, former BFF of Prince Harry. Her husband turned on Prince Harry, so to speak. I actually saw him in Monaco 2 years ago. I was standing next to the casino, and Prince Albert, and I went into a store, and as I was coming out, the owner of the store came out with me because we had gotten to talking. It's like right next to the casino. And she whispered, "Oh my God, there's Prince Albert." And I'm like, I spun around, and there was this man dressed in black, and there was a black car, and a very tall man with him, I think like a bodyguard, whatever. And I was whispering with her, like, "Oh my God, like, what should I do?" I didn't want to, it was like almost sacrilegious to speak. And because I was in the presence of royalty. I mean, even though you know how I feel about this whole royalty thing, it's just like, let's all just collectively stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. But even I, in that moment where I was literally in the presence of royalty, I mean, he walked right by me and went to the next, I don't know if it's a store, whatever that was, um, next to the one I had just come out of, next to the casino, and I was humbled. I was humbled, even though I don't believe in this stuff. I was completely humbled that I was so close to royalty. And his bodyguard looked at me like I was like the biggest criminal, just for standing there like gaping, like, oh my God, I'm like in the middle of freaking royalty in freaking Monaco. How can that be possible? And but I digress. But I mean, I say that to say, like, look, when you're royal, right? If you're royal, you're royal. And if you're not royal, you're not royal. And I don't see, Princess Charlene and her husband trying to be this carnival act like Kate and William. I don't see Queen Letizia of Spain and her husband trying to do that. I don't see King Rania, Queen Rania of Jordan and her husband trying to do that. And I don't understand, quite frankly, why Kate and William's advisors believe that this is the way to go with this couple. I mean, I have ideas of a more sort of intelligent way of doing this. But I mean, I guess the problem, is, they have to appeal to their audience. And I think they believe that this is what their audience wants to see. And maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. If you have these people being more serious and sort of, speaking about issues that are more substantial and more important and more relevant and more and just deeper, you lose your audience because people want to talk about, what is that show that they talk about in America, for example, with Meghan and Harry, South Park. We are in a world where those kinds of things, like the South Park genre, we are the South Park generation, really, on the earth. Generation being like multiple generations of us from 0 to 100 right now on the earth. This is how we really think. Everything is very fast. Everything is very superficial. Everything is just very fake. It has no depth, no substance, And so you need to have a king and queen that understands that's where we are and reflects that. And so I think William and Kate in that sense are doing a very good job. But I think they can raise the bar a little bit and sort of, get us back up to where we need to be. And I mean, it's not the fact that they're riding the bikes that upsets me. It's really the totality of how they are being marketed in total. All of these carnival acts together create a brand that to me is like even lower. I shouldn't say even lower, because I think Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, I love Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. But I almost feel like Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber have more substance than William and Kate. And I don't think that should be the case, because they are king and queen to be. And for me, that's a problem. That's a really big problem, And I think their advisors need to really think about that.